What's up everyone, I'm Dan and welcome to Dan's Distillery. Big thanks to Noodle Cake and Future Friends Games for the review code for Winter Burrow on the Nintendo Switch. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe for more reviews like this and more. Hit the like button if you like the review. This was reviewed on the Nintendo Switch too, and with all that said, let's get into this. Winter Burrow is one of those rare games that manages to blend the chill of survival mechanics with the warmth of heartfelt storytelling and charm. Developed as a cozy survival adventure, it casts you as a little mouse returning to your childhood burrow only to find it in disrepair and your aunt missing. What follows is a touching and surprisingly deep experience that invites players to survive, rebuild and rediscover home in a snow-covered woodland filled with beauty, danger and quiet magic. From the moment Winter Burrow begins, it's hard not to fall in love with its illustrative storybook art style. Everything looks hand-drawn with soft lines and muted winter tones that make each scene feel like it's been plucked straight out of a children's fairy tale. The snow glistens under faint light, trees bend with the weight of frost, and your little mouse hero scampers through the wilderness, leaving footprints in the snow, and footprints that you can actually follow back home if you lose your way. It's one of those tiny but thoughtful details that helps Winter Burrow feel alive and crafted with care. Complementing the visuals is the enchanting music, which perfectly fits the fairy tale tone of the game. Gentle strings, wind chimes and soft piano melodies fill the silence of the woods, evoking both loneliness and warmth at once. The soundtrack is as much a part of the atmosphere as the snowflakes drifting through the air. Every rustle of the leaves or crunch of snow underfoot feels deliberate, enhancing the immersion in a world that feels both cozy and wild. At its core, Winter Burrow is a survival adventure game, but one with a gentler touch than most. You'll need to manage your health, hunger, warmth and stamina, but instead of feeling like chores, these systems feed naturally into the rhythm of the life in the woods. It's all about balance, venturing out to gather materials before nightfall, finding shelter when the cold creeps in, and preparing enough food to keep yourself nourished through the long evenings. The sense of progression feels rewarding rather than punishing, which is impressive for a game in this genre. One of the standout mechanics is the temperature system. The longer you stay outside, the colder your mouse becomes. You'll feel the tension rise as your warmth meter drops, forcing you to return to the safety or risk freezing. As dusk falls, the air grows colder. This system makes every expedition feel meaningful. Planning your route, knowing when to head back, and crafting warm clothes through knitting mechanics becomes a satisfying loop. It's survival but done in the coziest way imaginable. There's something delightful about crafting a new sweater to stave off the cold. Crafting sits at the heart of Winter Burrow and it's wonderfully varied. You'll gather resources, craft tools and furniture, cook hearty meals, and even grow crops in your basement to ensure a steady food supply. There's a gentle sense of creativity in how you decorate and expand your burrow, making it feel like a true home. Whether you're knitting a scarf, baking a pie, or fixing up a new chair by the fireplace, everything you do feels personal and purposeful. What's perhaps most impressive about Winter Burrow is how it makes resource management and survival tasks feel relaxing instead of stressful. Even if you're not usually a fan of games where you constantly monitor hunger and stamina meters, this one might win you over just like it did for me. It's never about punishment, it's about finding rhythm in the daily routines of survival. The cozy presentation, lovable characters and overall tone make the gameplay loop deeply satisfying. You'll find yourself wanting to go back into the cold just to gather a few more twigs or discover a new patch of herbs. The characters you meet along the way further enhance the experience, from chatty forest squirrels to kind-hearted critters who help you on your journey. The woodland community is full of charm and personality. Conversations feel like reading a bedtime story, gentle, heartfelt and filled with curiosity about this small but wondrous world. Performance-wise, Winter Burrow currently runs at what I believe is 30 frames per second, and while it's stable, it does sometimes feel a little sluggish at times, especially given how smooth and detailed the visuals are. A patch to push it to 60 frames per second would make the experience even more fluid and responsive, especially during the crafting and exploration sequences. Hopefully the developers will address this in the future updates, because the game's art deserves to shine at its best. Despite that, it's hard to fault much else. Winter Burrow understands what makes cozy gaming so appealing. It doesn't rush you. It gives you space to play at your own pace, to explore the snowy wilderness, or decorate your burrow for hours without pressure. The day and night cycle adds natural variety too, as the world grows colder and more atmospheric in the evenings. Watching the soft glow of your burrow's light against the snowy backdrop as night falls is genuinely beautiful. In many ways, Winter Burrow feels like a cross between The Long Dark and Animal Crossing, wrapped up in a whimsical storybook aesthetic. It carries the challenge and thoughtfulness of a survival game, but brings with it warmth, narrative, and creativity. Every mechanic from crafting to cooking feeds into a sense of homeliness that few games achieve. Ultimately, Winter Burrow isn't just a game about survival, it's about finding comfort, rebuilding, and remembering what home means. It's charming from start to finish, with a world so lovingly crafted that you'll want to get lost in it for hours. Even if survival games aren't usually your thing, this one's worth a try. Its cozy tone, enchanting art, and soothing soundscape make it a standout in the genre and one that I would recommend. And I also think it's a perfect play for these winter months ahead. Winter Burrow is out now on the Nintendo eShop, priced at $17.59 in the UK and $19.99 in the US. Thanks as always for you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed the review. Don't forget to hit that like button, and until next time.